Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel. Today I am talking about the King in Black tie-ins / the King in Black 2. So I finally caught up with the tie-ins and issue 2 of the King in Black. I have to say a little bit underwhelmed overall in terms of the tie-ins. They aren't as good, really, I don't think, as the Absolute Carnage tie-ins. But saying that, the Immortal Hulk #1, that I think could be probably one of the best tie-ins I've ever read. It was a silent issue, and it was just Hulk walking around being stalked by one of the little Knull demons, and it was a really good issue. Hulk was a little bit sort of apprehensive, a little bit worried about things, and it was just a really fun issue. I had a lot of fun with it, but you know, overall, what was it, the other one was Black Cat #1, Symbiote Spider-Man #1, #2, Symbiote or Start Black Cat. Black Cat is not the kind of character that can really do much, really, in this kind of situation. I do like Black Cat a lot. I love the character, but I can't see her doing anything to really help. The issue ends with her saying they're going to steal Doctor Strange to help, but I'm just, it was an alright tie-in, but it doesn't push the story forward. It doesn't really do much to sort of increase the surrounding story. So it was just an alright issue overall. Symbiote Spider-Man #1 and #2, for like the first 3/4 of the first issue, I actually thought, is this even a tie-in? It doesn't really have much to do with the King in Black, other than the fact that obviously it's Symbiote Spider-Man. But Black Knight is in there. It sort of ties back a little bit. Again, it's just another one of those, it's alright issues, yeah. 1 and 2, it was just an okay read. And then obviously that leads us into King in Black 2. First thing I will say, the art on the inside is fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I mean, this is still incredible artwork. It really is good. The other thing I would say is this cover is terrible. I like the idea, but clearly when it came to sort of printing, I don't know what they've done to make it so dark, but it is just so dark that you can actually barely make out what's going on there. And that, to me, I think is a bit of a shame when you've got a big crossover like this, and you really want to sort of push this forward. So that, when I got that, was it a few weeks ago or so now, I looked at the cover and I was like, ooh, I don't like it. Nah. So I think that is a sort of a big shame, to be honest. It's not the kind of thing you want. Compare that to sort of how it should have looked. I want to say the comparison is night and day, but I'm not going to. But it is clear there was something clearly wrong with the printing process in that one. That being said, the artwork in King in Black 2 is phenomenal. Obviously, it's pushing forward the story. I love this series. It's so good. It's so good. I don't really want to say too much without spoiling anything, but obviously something happens. I think it's at the end of King in Black 1. I can't remember if it's either that or end of Venom 30. Something big happens, and you see the consequences of that in King in Black too. So things are escalating. They're escalating pretty quickly. You see a bit more of Dylan's powers in this. I mean, this is what, we're 2 issues in. Is it going to be a 5-issue miniseries? I don't know, and at the moment, I don't even know if I can see it getting to that point. I mean, I don't know how they can prolong it out. I don't know whether they can go any longer. This is a really, really good series, and it does really show how good Donny Cates is when it comes to the Marvel Universe. I think this and the Absolute Carnage crossover, this is really shown how he is this kind of like a mainstay of Marvel. If it's even possible for them to sort of tie him into a contract and for him to do the kind of... I've said this before and I'll keep saying it. If he can do the kind of things that Bendis did back in the day, when Bendis was doing like Avengers Disassembled and House of M, all the really classic, iconic crossovers of the last sort of 10-20 years, the big ones I'd say have been Bendis, and it seems like he was pulling the strings pretty much everywhere. If they can do that with Donny Cates, I can see some really both good and big things coming from the Marvel Comics universe. If they don't, it's going to be a massive loss for Marvel, because I know he's coming to the end of his run in Venom. I can't remember which issue it's going to be, but I do know that he is coming to the end of his run, and that will be a sad day, and it's going to be some big shoes to fill for whoever's going to follow next. I hope he sticks around at Marvel to be able to write. I mean, I'd say he could pretty much pick anything he wants to write, to be honest. I still think he would be a very good fit for Spider-Man. Reading Venom, reading The Absolute Carnage, now King in Black, I love the sort of the quick-witted banter that he has with the Spider-Man character. And I could see him doing something that's quite dark, and equally as good, I'd say, with Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to King Black 3. It is out, so I will be getting my copy, and I will, as I say, keep reading the tie-ins, and I'll let you know. Like I said, so far the tie-ins for King in Black haven't been as good as the ones for Absolute Carnage. I don't think they're a necessity at the moment, although, like I did say, was it the Immortal Hulk? Yeah. The Immortal Hulk issue, if you are looking for a one-shot that you think, would be a good read, it's a silent issue, I would say pick that one up, because it's a very, very, very good book. Al Ewing has done a fantastic job with a complete silent issue of making such a good, fun story that actually does tie into this big series. So I'll let you know going forward about the tie-ins. I will be reading all the tie-ins. I'll be doing at least a quick review on them, and I will be obviously keeping up with King in Black. Guys, if you are keeping up with King in Black, let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. It's always nice to hear from you guys. And please like, share, and subscribe. It really, really does help me out. And I'll see you all in the next video.